Wait a moment. This isn't a furry visual novel. Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Dawn Chorus, Mikko's Path. So, I'm floating this by you guys. I'm thinking of going back to doing slightly shorter videos, but uploading more of them per day. I'm thinking of trying to do about 2 videos per day again, maybe making them 15 minutes apiece. I was wondering if you guys might like that. If I decide to go through that, I might make a poll again. So, we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. But anyway, guys, let's jump right back into it, where we were talking to the boys in the cafeteria, and we had just met Klaus's updated sprite. Alright, let's do it. Alrighty. Well, being a neuroscientist is a respectable job, isn't it? And neurobiology is an important field. This is an odd answer for sure. Let me adjust my microphone a little bit. There we go. It sounded as if he was trying to convince himself as much as me. These aren't really interesting. What's really interesting is botany. We all look at Klaus, taken aback. He continues, though, not even looking up from his plate. Plants are much more interesting than any animal. We think so highly of ourselves, but this planet belongs to plants. Without them, no animal could live. What's up with that evil look in his eyes? Huh. That is... I don't remember that. I don't remember him saying that last time. Maybe he did and I just didn't pay attention. Attention, everyone! I have a few important things to say. The cafeteria goes silent in an instant. Everyone turns in Coach's direction, who is standing next to his seat. Welcome to the first day of our winter science camp. Ahead of us is a week full of activities, lectures, and practical classes, and some leisure time as well. For now, we'll let you rest. After lunch, you're free to do whatever you please. Today is for integration and fun. Devin takes a note out of his pocket and starts reading from it. Dinner is at 1600, here in the cafeteria. 16 o'clock, I guess. This evening, if the weather allows, those who signed up for it will be observing stars from the terrace. All the guest house's facilities are at your disposal. This includes a swimming pool, a sauna, and a common space with a snooker table. There's a sauna here? A small win for me. Please remember that tomorrow we're meeting at the entrance at 8:30 for a trip to the town. Don't be late. Breakfast is served at 7 o'clock, I guess. Devin folds the paper back and hides it in his pocket, looking around the room at all the students. You're all adults, so you're free to leave the guest house. Just please, don't do anything stupid. It will be us teachers who would have to handle that. If you need anything, you can find me in room number 2. In case there's an emergency, I am your first person to contact. I see that most of you have finished already. That's all for now. You're free to go.
Ooh, I can't wait for the trip to the town. It's been so long since we last been together anywhere.
Should be nice, yeah. I'm a bit worried that there will be anything to do in a small town up north, though.
As long as we're together, there will always be something to do.
I feel some warm and fuzzy feeling building up in my chest. I had already forgotten how cute he can be. See you in a while, then. I stand up and start running towards the others, but suddenly, I once again find myself in the wolf's tight embrace. I wrap my arms around him, reciprocating the hug and snuggling him closely. Although, that's something we probably shouldn't be doing in a cafeteria. I'm sure we're getting some looks. And while I usually don't mind that, the rest here don't know me well, or at all, really. Patting him on the back, I break the hug.
Yeah, see you in a while. Come visit me later if you have time.
I turn towards the rest of the table. See you all soon. See ya, Carvin.
See ya.
Be seeing you. Not even an hour of the camp has passed, and it looks like I've already made some friends here. Now that's a good start. I grab a sunshine bun from the plate and take a bite, holding it through the paper. It's so good. I let out a pleasured sigh. Turning around, I walk out of the cafeteria with the sunshine bun in my paw, heading towards my room. I bump into a few students on my way out of the cafeteria, but thankfully the bun didn't take any damage. Coming back to my room, I catch myself humming a melody. I haven't been in such a good mood in a long while.
and I've got every reason to be. The air here is clean and pleasant, even inside the guest house. I have nothing to worry about. No classes, no assignments, no groceries or cleaning to be done. It's so peaceful here. And I feel this strange energy building up inside me. Excitement for the coming time that threatens to explode. I'm free. I have nowhere to hurry, and at the same time, there's so much I want to do. I have this whole camp ahead of me. I already can't wait to walk around the forest here and hop into the sauna afterwards. Standing finally before the door to my room, I put a paw in my pocket to take out the key. But it's not there. I wiggle my paw inside the pocket, but it's empty. I check the other pocket. Only my phone is there, and of course I wouldn't put my keys in the same phone as my pocket, in the same phone as my pocket. In the same pocket as my phone anyway. I feel the cold sweat on my forehead. No. Save it right there. Things like that don't really happen. There's literally no way I could lose that key. I always put my keys in my right pocket, and I wear the trousers with deep enough pockets that nothing falls out. I press the handle and try to open the door, but it doesn't budge. I knew I locked it anyway. Okay, deep breaths. The key must have simply fallen out of my pocket somewhere along the way. Maybe in the cafeteria. I simply have to retrace my steps and look for them. But in the back of my head, I know that it's not what happened. I turn back around and walk down the stairs, scanning the carpet for any unexpected shapes. Some students pass me along the way, and I try my best not to look distressed. I don't want the others to look at me as if I'm some clumsy kid, but foremost, I'm scared of possible fines for losing a key. I'm just a student without any job. I can't really afford putting even more strain on my budget. But I'm not even considerate. I feel like I'm already on the verge of a panic attack. I might have wanted some adventures during this camp, but this is definitely not what I had in mind. What if someone already found the key? That's entirely possible. If I found the key on the floor and I didn't know who the owner was, I would return it to a teacher. Coach Devon said to contact him if we need anything. Maybe I should go straight to him and ask for advice? I look for the key. No, I don't want to bring anyone else into it before I check the corridors and cafeteria myself. I'll leave that for the last resort. Garvin? What are you doing? I almost jumped back, startled. Why is everyone so set on scaring me today? Oh, Bjorn, hi! I didn't see you there. I try to hide my nervousness the best I can, but my voice still comes out slightly quivering. Thankfully, he does not seem to notice. Ha! You must have been daydreaming pretty hard. I'm quite easy to see. Actually, I've lost the key to my room, and I'm looking for it now. Oh? That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. I must look pretty downcast right now, with how he's looking at me with sympathy. Do you know what might have happened to it? No idea. I'm retracing my path and looking for it along the way. Hey, how about I tag along? I'm not really doing anything right now anyway, and maybe I could help. My ears perk up at his words. I definitely would feel better having someone by my side now. Sure, I could use some company. Tag along if you wish. Bjorn nods, shoving his paws into his pockets. So, you went straight to your room after lunch, or did you go anywhere else? I went straight to my room, so I hope I'll find the key in the cafeteria. Okay, let's go then. I'll keep my eyes open too. Oh, maybe someone left their sunshine roll there. I chuckle. He's more of a glutton than I thought. But frankly, I would gladly have another one too. We continue down the corridor to the cafeteria together, side by side. His steps are longer than mine, so I have to walk faster than usual to keep up with him. I listen to the heavy thuds of his paw steps getting in and out of sync with mine for a while, scanning the floor for the key. Just minutes ago, the cafeteria was bustling with students, but now it's eerily silent. Tables are still covered with checkered tablecloths, gleaming in the sunlight filtered through the windows. Looks like the sun came out from behind the clouds for a moment. Even though it's only a while after noon, it already is low on the horizon. We're above the Arctic Circle, after all. The eeriness of the empty cafeteria and the Arctic sun makes it all seem like a scene from a film. Yeah, the food is already gone. The sudden sound of the door closing after us echoes into the room, startling me. For a moment, I forgot why we were even here. I snap out of my daze and start to look around us instead. But to no avail. You see your key? No, it's not here. Someone could have found it and returned it already. Or so I hope.
The most sensible thing to do now would be to go to the reception and try to sort this out somehow. They should know what to do. I nod. I don't like this one bit, but he's right. I walk up to the window and lean on the windowsill. The sun already hid behind the clouds again, and the snowfall still continues. The snow forms white caps on trees and covers everything in sight. If I opened the window, cold Arctic wind would bring some inside, too. I extend my arms and watch how the snowflakes melt into my fur or get stuck between my whiskers. Suddenly I feel a heavy paw on my shoulder. Hey, everything will be fine, I'm sure. He gives me an earnest smile that could melt ice. It does make me feel a bit better about this after all. I'm glad I told him about the key, otherwise I would be alone with this here, probably even more panicked. Thanks, I'm glad you're here with me. I wish I could help you somehow, though. Save it right there. This is not turning into a Bjorn run. You know, you already did. Just moments ago I felt awful, but now I'm even hopeful. Come on now, let's go to the reception. He nods and we both leave the empty cafeteria in silence. Walking to the lobby, I glance at Bjorn. He's looking straight ahead, focused and collected. There's a gleam in his brown eye, shining above his furry snout. I wonder what he's thinking about now. The silence between us doesn't feel uncomfortable, but Bjorn was much more talkative during the lunch, and I'm afraid he hasn't yet warmed up to me. Bjorn? Yes? Is something on your mind? Oh, no, not really. Why do you ask? Just wondering. You know, first you're helping me with the bag, now you're helping me with the key. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for that, but I can't help but feel like I'm using you. Bah, still beats sitting alone in the room. Don't worry, I'm more than used to that. Having younger siblings, I grew up carrying their stuff and helping them with minor stuff. I nod, feeling a bit better about that. Hey, you want to go somewhere after that? Do you have something specific in mind? I thought about a game of snooker. Don't worry, I don't know the rules either. I chuckle. He didn't seem like it at first at all, but he's quite a cheerful guy once he opens up. We'll see, I still have more pressing matters at paw. I tap my paw pads on the counter nervously. The closer we are to talking to someone from the staff, the more nervous I get. At least I'm not alone here. I glance sideways, looking at Bjorn, and see him leaning on the wooden counter, looking out the window at something. The lights from the chandelier hanging from the ceiling are all reflected in his big brown eyes. He notices me looking and turns towards me, too. What's up, Carvin? I open my muzzle to answer, but before I have a chance to reply, the janitor emerges from the utility room. She's a wolf of an ambiguous age. Could have been 30 as well as 50.
God eftermiddag. Haven't triggered du helt ned? God eftermiddag.
I lost the key to my room. I went to look for it around the house, around the guest house, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Did anyone find it and return it here? The janitor smiles at me reassuringly, completely unfazed, and I start to suspect that I'm not the first one to lose the key to the room in this guest house.
No, not yet, unfortunately. Did you leave the guest house after you got the key?
No, I didn't.
So it still has to be somewhere in the guest house. I will keep my eyes open. Let's not assume it's gone. Your name and room number, please.
Carvin, room number 17. Janitor, just janitor. The janitor opens some ledger, searching for something.
Your room is a single one, so we don't have a second key for it. I'll call the office and get the spare key, so that you'll be able to access your room in the meantime.
She takes an old flip phone out of her pocket and dials a number. Someone on the other side of the line picks it up quickly, and a muffled voice escapes from the small speaker. The janitor puts the phone to her ear and starts to explain the situation, and I switch my attention from her to Bjorn. We've just met today, but he has been really friendly towards me. Even though I know he was a bit intimidating at first and almost nothing about him yet. Now I somehow feel at ease with him. Blockert? Have a minute or two? Blocked? I switch my attention back to the janitor, sensing troubles. She speaks up with an urgent tone, too fast for me to understand her besides some single words. She ended the conversation with a simple hedet and put the phone down with a sigh.
It looks like nobody from the office will be able to make it here today. We weren't prepared for the snow to start falling so early this year, and in such amounts. They said that they will come tomorrow morning, and in the meantime, I will look for your key. For today, you'll have to move to another room. We don't have any single rooms left, unfortunately, but I can show you which rooms have a bed still available. We have a lot more double rooms than single ones, so most of the students got a room with a second bed. But maybe one of your friends still has a free bed in their room? You could ask them, but a friend will have one, then come back here and I can find you something. She gives me an apologetic smile and points to a small basket on the counter filled with sweets. Maybe you want some? I shake my head, looking down at my paws.
Oh, Bjorn. Can I take one instead? Thanks. Not waiting for a response, he takes one and hides it in his pocket.
All my stuff is already in my room. I won't be able to retrieve anything from there until tomorrow? No, you're right. Wait a moment.
She walks off to the utility room and returns after a short while, carrying something in her paw.
Here's a bathroom kit for you. We always keep a spare few for those who forgot to bring their toothbrushes or soap with them.
She passes me the kit, all packed inside a cloth pouch.
We're really sorry about this. Can I do anything else for you now?
I shake my head.
If you'll have any questions or problems, please come back to me and we will try to sort it out. I'm not going anywhere, although by midnight I usually am asleep already.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Tak, thank you. She smiles at me, turns around and returns to the utility room. Well, that didn't really go as planned. On the upside, they weren't even mad about the key. Now you are the one that can't be mad. That's hardly comforting. By the way, I'm surprised you didn't take a room with Mikko. I was sure that you two were together. What is he saying? I blink, confused. Do we really give off that impression? Where did you get that idea? Of course I'm not together with him. He's my friend from middle school. We just know each other well. Easy there, easy. I get it. If you really aren't together, then I'm sorry. You were just quite physical with each other back in the cafeteria, so I assume that. It's just because we've known each other for so long already. Get your mind out of the gutter. You got one thing right, though. I am attracted to males. I still don't know if I'm gay or just bisexual, but I know I'm not straight. It all is still a bit confusing for me. I'm pretty open about it now, but it took me some time to get there. He was partially right. I indeed had a crush on Mikko. I'll save it. But that was near the end of middle school, and it's all past now. It took me completely by surprise and had no idea how to even respond. I might be gay, but I'm not with Mikko. And maybe keep it to yourself for now, okay? Ha! So I knew something was on. Don't worry, I didn't plan on walking around and telling everyone or anything. So, anyway, what are you going to do now? Because, in any case, I happen to have a free bed in my room. If you feel like sharing a room with this bear, feel free to drop by. It's no problem for me. Oh. Well, that would solve my problems. You really wouldn't mind having a roommate? I really wouldn't. You don't have to be this considerate, Carvin. I've already said it's okay. This seems convenient indeed, but on the other paw, I barely know him. I feel like I should spend more time with him before agreeing. Okay, this is really tempting, but let me think a bit before I give you an answer, okay? Nah, you need to tell me right now. Just joking, I'm not going anywhere. Just come in whenever you feel like it. It's room number 14. I'll first go outside for a little walk. I feel like I need to get out of here for a while, get some fresh air. Sure. See you later then, okay?
See ya.
I turn around and go through the entrance door, leaving the warm and cozy guest house. A wave of cold Arctic air hits me when I exit the building, making me shiver. It's still snowing relentlessly. Chill wind blows through the tree branches like a harp is gently pulling strings. Our bus has left already, so the janitor's car is the only one standing in the front parking lot. I hope that the bus driver made it to the town without any problems. I walk through the parking lot and into the woods, leaving a trail of deep paw prints in the fresh snow behind me. I inhale deeply. The air is perfectly clean and full of smells, pines and wet moss, snow and needle-covered paths. I grew up surrounded by forests, and I always loved exploring them. Some of the other smells here don't seem familiar, but I still feel at home here. The only thing I hear is the sound of the snow crunching under my paws and the slight whisper of the wind. I am just on the edge of the woods, so the forest here isn't dense, and in between the branches I can see the gray sky hanging heavy above me. It feels good to be here. Living in the city, it's easy to forget how nice it is to be surrounded by nature. I take out the instant camera I still have with me from my bag, turn it on, and, holding it with my extended arms, I point the lens at my snout. Click! Now I have to wait for it to develop. I stash it away quickly in the bag, together with the camera, and close it. I
closed my eyes and listened to the wind. I silenced my thoughts and switched my attention to my surroundings. Deep breaths now. In and out, slowly. I stand still. The wind rustles the branches, blowing off the slowly accumulating snow from them. Right now, the forest is still, but everything around me is brimming with life. All the bugs in the ground, all the trees around me, every tuft of moss and blade of grass. They all breathe together with me, in a steady rhythm. I'm happy where I am right now. I open my eyes and I shake off the snow from my snout. If not for the temperature, I could just stand and enjoy the peaceful atmosphere. But I'm starting to feel cold. It's still nowhere near as cold as it gets in Finland in the winter. Thanks to the proximity of the sea, this part of the country is a mild climate, but it is not a temperature I would call comfortable. Something must be wrong with my Finnish genes because I much prefer warmer weather. Nope. There's Alarm Chan letting us know that she is disgruntled and that we need to stop reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. This has actually been quite a nice little Bjorn episode, to be honest. But anyway, guys, I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!